Everybody, it's Cave Clark here at Clark Sparks Welding. Welcome back to the bed build. I got a little bit further along today with the project. We got all the bed sides welded on and the corners put in. So now it's skirted all the way around, so I just got to do a little bit of trimming around the edges to get it where I want it. Put the toolboxes on and my bottle rack, and then we're good to go. It's ready to go to work. So I spent the last couple days putting in these corners, and some of the problems I ran into is with these broke bed sides, they don't go together perfectly at this angle. Obviously with the angle, it leaves big gaps and things like that. So the way that I went about doing this, it took me a little bit to figure out and try to understand and make something work. What I was told to do was kind of get a general idea of how I wanted it and get it tacked up and then trim it down and then weld it. Well, I kind of thought that there probably has to be a way to do it that would be a little bit quicker. I tried it that way and it was just taking a while, and so I figured there had to be a way that was a little bit quicker, because that's the thing about fabrication is there's always a way to figure something out, and there's always a way to make things quicker. So I sat back and did a little bit of thinking. I mentioned that in one of the previous videos that it's important to take a little bit of time to stop and think and think outside the box and see what you can do differently. And so that's what I did here. I was practicing what I preach, and I stepped back and I just kind of realized to myself, this is like putting on trim in a house around a door or whatever. If I want my edges to line up right, then I'm going to have to make mitered cuts and go off of the body lines that are at that angle. So what I did was I stuck my piece in the corner and I traced along the edge. So what I did was I took my soapstone and marked along this edge with my. So I just left my pieces a little bit along my back and my sides. So I dropped this in my corner and traced along the edge with soapstone to get that to make these two angles match. And then I cut it down to where I needed it to be and put them together, and they joined up really nicely. It wasn't super complex. It was pretty quick once I figured that out, and things went together, and I think it turned out really nice. After I sanded those welds down, and I think the body lines matched up almost perfect. So pretty much, it's getting there. It's probably 85% of the way done. It seems like it went pretty quick, but there's quite a few hours that I spent doing this. Worked on it almost every day till about 1 or 2 in the morning. It took a long time, so it's a big project to do, and there's a lot of little things that'll kind of hold you up whenever you're building it. But the important thing to remember is to just not get frustrated with yourself. Take a little bit of time to focus on the attention to details, and it'll turn out really nice, regardless of however you do it. If you make it rounded or you dovetail it like I did, there's a lot of different ways to build a welding bed, and whatever way you do it, the principles are the same, and that's what I've mentioned before in my videos. That's what I wanted to focus on. I wasn't going to show you how I built it or anything like that, the measurements. I wanted to focus on the principles of building a welding bed or any fabrication project, and that is, it all intertwines. The principles carry over into whatever you're building. So whether it's a welding bed or a bench, the principles are going to be the same, and that's what I wanted to highlight here. But yeah, I've got one box pretty much laid out how I want it. How I'm gonna I think I'm gonna have to do it that way so I can get my jack stands on here and have everything fit. Um, but I'm looking forward to this whole deal being done, and I'm pretty tired, ready for ready to just work out of it now. But it's coming along nice, and thanks again for watching, guys.